will start to realize that you feel joy doing certain things, and those certain things are your inspired action to manifest. So the question, do I need to take action? Yes. There is no manifestation without action. Do I need to worry if I'm taking the right action? Do I need to use my conscious mind to figure out the action? No. Are we supposed to take action or not when it comes to manifestation? If you're someone who follow Neville, he says that you don't even have to lift your finger, right? Then some people I've heard and I've seen that they say that you have to work really hard and you have to just work so hard, right? There are two extreme schools of thought, and then there are some in the middle. Some people say yes, you have to work, but you don't have to work as hard. Some people say it's ease and flow. Some people are like, no, you have to work really, really hard. And sometimes what I do is I ask these questions deliberately to understand what is the understanding of other people. And I see completely variations, so many variations of this. I remember watching somebody and he said, oh, law of attraction, the end of attraction is action, so you should take action. And then when you listen to Neville, he's like, don't even lift your finger. And then when you listen to other people, they're like, oh, just follow your intuition. And it's, what are we supposed to do? What is the thing? What can you tell me in the layman, a very simple terms an 8-year-old can understand? So I can understand. I'm not 8-year-old, but I can understand what am I supposed to do, because it's too complicated. And I remember staying in that feeling that I'm not doing enough because I didn't know. How do we know if we are doing enough? How do we know if we are taking the right actions? How do we know all of this? And I think that it is too confusing. And today I want to cut that chase. So if you feel like you don't understand the action piece in manifestation, and sometimes you feel like, oh, it's too delayed, I don't understand if I'm doing the right thing, or I'm working so hard and it's not happening, whatever spectrum you are in right now, I'm going to cut the chase and I'm going to really, really try to make it so simple and easy to understand. And what I'm sharing with you now is my years of learning on taking action, because this was something I was really focusing on, that what are we supposed to do? Can somebody tell us? Can somebody just tell me what am I supposed to do? And I wish I had known this and somebody could explain it to me in such simple and layman terms, so I didn't have to spend years trying to figure this out. But now I really get it. I feel I really get it, and I hope I can explain it to you in that simple terms. Let's talk about manifestation. Manifesting means, what is the definition of manifesting? Let's start with that. It means becoming aware of something that already is there. All the creations is finished. There is no such thing which needs to be created. Everything has been finished from beginning. According to science and according to religion, nothing can be created nor destroyed. That means all the creation, everything is finished. We cannot create more energy. All we do is we transmute the energy. We change the form of the energy. When we manifest something, what we are doing is we are becoming aware of somebody with something which is already there, and we are becoming aware of it. That means we are chosen to bring it to the 3D, to bring it to the physical world. We are bringing it from spiritual realm to physical realm, from higher consciousness state to physical. We are bringing it from 4D. Some people use this word 4D, which is imagination, which is true, which is real. It's not just we are fantasizing and we are crazy. It's real, to the 3D. That's all we are doing. We are not creating something from scratch. We are not creating something which is not there. We are just becoming aware. Now, how does this action piece work? We become aware. Let's take an example of having a dream business. I'm just taking one example. It can apply to house, car, charity, relationship, health, everything. Let's take example that you want to manifest your dream business, your dream career, and you see that image of yourself attracting a lot of abundance, helping a lot of people, and doing really well and living your purpose. You became aware of something that is already there. It's already done. You became aware of it and you fell in love with the idea and you said, you know what, I'm going to do it. At that point, you make a committed decision and says, I'm going to do it no matter what. I'm not going to wait for the right circumstances. I'm not going to wait that, oh, my kids need to grow up, or I need to find more money, or I need to do. I'm just going to make a decision. When you make a decision, set a strong intention that I'm going to do it no matter what, you have already started the process of bringing it from 4D to 3D. You are conceiving it now. It's coming through you to the world. Business, And if you don't do it, then somebody else will get that idea and they will do it, because that vehicle, that thing to help humanity, to help the universe, has to come through somebody anyway. Right? If it's not you, it's going to be somebody else. You got the idea, that means you are qualified. That means you're chosen for it. That's why Napoleon has said, if you can see it in your mind, you will hold it in your hands, because the moment you can see it, that means it has been given to you. It is not given to anybody else, and you're qualified enough. If you're thinking, am I good enough? You're qualified. That moment that you can imagine it, you're qualified. Because you are chosen. It's only shown to you, not your family, not your friends, not your relatives. It's shown to you. That's when you fall in love with it. Now, when you fall in love with it and you make a decision, what we need to really do is to elevate our self-concept. And we need to see how we see ourselves. Because if you see as somebody who is not worthy, if you see yourself as somebody who feel that don't have the capability, or I'm not as good, or I haven't got this, or I haven't got this, or I can't figure this out. When I did the self-concept work with my vision, I had 92 blocks. 92 blocks. It's not and all of them are so subconscious that I wasn't even aware. I was just thinking that my manifestation is delayed. It has been delayed for a year. I don't know why it's not working. I need to just wait. It's gestation period. It's just taking longer to come. No, I wasn't matching the frequency. I wasn't in it, because I had so many blocks which I wasn't even aware of, which were holding me back, which were getting in my own way, which were I had this subconscious program which was pulling me back, and we can never outperform that program. I did the self-concept work, and I kept on doing it. I realized that I had 92 blocks, and what I did was I took the work which I did, and I really kept doing more and more research, did it with a lot of people, see incredible results, and then I put it in a framework which I call it the breakthrough method, which I do it with my clients in my program, and we do that work. And now all my clients beat me to that 92. They get even more. It's so beautiful when we release all of them. It's like you meet the real you. You have this incredible shift in your soul, in your being, right? And all the traumas and all the wounds and all the limiting beliefs and all the ideas and all the patterns, they're just gone. And you really get to see who you really are, right? When you do the self-concept work, that means that now you are a match, right? You become who you really are, and you become a match for that vision. That means you also step into the identity of a person who has already done it. Really releasing and then becoming that version who has already done it. That means in your being, you are already that person. In your thoughts, in your feeling, in your action, in your self-concept, the way you see yourself, you are already that person. When you do that, that's when you are on that frequency, because now feeling of the feeling, living in the endlessness, or feeling of the feeling of wish fulfilled, or really feeling your desire, is so easy because all the blocks have gone. So now you are a clear channel, so you feel it, you feel that shift in your vibration. And that's when we realize that it's not about the how, it's about who do you need to be and how you need to see yourself and your self-concept. And when you match that frequency, everything is constantly vibrating. Everything is vibrating, and it's vibrating on that frequency. And when you match the frequency of that vision, which is already done, which is already created, you're just bringing into 3D, when you become a vibrational match for that, that means you're feeling it, you're feeling as if it's already done, which is actually it's really done, and you're really staying aligned to that vision. You become a magnet to attract whatever you desire, whatever you require to bring it to 3D. You become a magnet for all the plots, circumstances, plans, anything that has to happen. From the place where you are now, you cannot know what needs to happen, right? You will only know when it has happened. So Steve Jobs says you cannot connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect the dots looking backward. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in the future. That means that when you're right now, you cannot tell what needs to happen. But when you look back and you see, oh my God, this happened and this happened and this happened and this happened and it happened, it was manifested, right? All the things. So for example, it will literally happen this way, that if you need to know something, it will somehow come to you. If you need to meet a person, they will come in your world. Everything will start lending at the right and divine timings, right? Because now you are a vibrational match. You are vibrating at frequency. You are feeling the feeling. How do you know you're vibrating at the frequency? Because you're constantly feeling the feeling. It's your dominant state of being. This is who you are. This is how you live. So one of the things which I really struggled with, I used to have that feeling in my meditation or when I was like doing some journaling, but as soon as because life is not a meditation mat, right? Life starts after the meditation. Like, we do meditation and we start our day. So when I got on with my life, or with things, day-to-day things, my program, which was of those blocks and limiting beliefs and patterns, it kicked in, and I lost the conscious control. So what we really need to do is, the self-concept work is that you elevate that program to match the vision. That means that when you wake up, you are that person. You wake up as that person. When you run your life, you are not trying to go on a higher vibration, you are it. So it's not about, there is a difference between I'm becoming that person and I am that person. So I say this to my clients all the time, that if you're becoming it, that means you're not it. So it's about being that version of you. And it's about being that version of you. It's about activating that version. That version, and even a higher version, and your highest possible version, which is the manifestation of God, is already within you. You activate that version by working on your self-concept, releasing the ideas which don't serve you anymore. First of all, becoming aware of those patterns which we don't even know what they are, because they were all created at a subconscious level. And then you elevate your self-concept. And when you do all those things, that's when you become a vibrational match. Okay? And that's when you start, it's almost like, I kept asking myself why I'm not feeling that way. Why I'm not feeling that way. And now I'm at that state where I don't have to remind myself that I'm feeling or not. I am that version. So for me, it's a natural state of being. It's my being state. This is who I am. It's not about I need to act like her. I need to try to be like her. I need to force it. I need to feel it. This is who I am. This is my identity. This is me. So I don't even have to put that conscious effort there. My autopilot program is that this is who I am. And that's when it manifests, right? So that when you do that, then you become a magnet to all the plots, plans, circumstances, and things that start happening. That means that every single day, miracles start happening. Every single day, the world and the 3D is shifting right on the model of your imagination. Like, whatever you're imagining, it's coming closer and closer and closer. And every single day you're blown away looking at the 3D, that how it's shifting. And that is my current state. Like, I look at things and I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So a state when you expect miracles, and when miracles happen as a normal thing, when miracles are normal, when being realistic is being expecting miracles, right? And then there comes the action piece, right? That's when your subconscious mind makes you do the action, whatever is required, without even you realizing that you're doing this action. So let me give you an example. I am so called right now to come and speak to you guys, right? And I'm just following my heart, and I'm doing what feels good, what feels joyful, what gives me joy. So what happens is that you will start to realize that you feel joy doing certain things, and those certain things are your inspired action to manifest. So the question, do I need to take action? Yes. There is no manifestation without action. Do I need to worry if I'm taking the right action? Do I need to use my conscious mind to figure out the action? No. The subconscious mind, which is your autopilot program, will just guide you, and you will feel joy. You'll be like, you know what? I feel like doing this. I will feel really good if I'm doing this. So you will be following your joy. You will be following a place courageously, in a bold way, in a loving way, with ease and flow. There won't be any resistance. There won't be any like problems. You'll just love it. So for me, the most joyful thing right now is to come and speak to you and share this. So I'm following my heart and what's giving me joy. Now, is it my bridge of incidents? Probably. But joy is so much in my heart right now that I'm not even waiting for it to manifest, because for me, all that visions have been done, right? So you start to feel joy in doing the right things, which are supposed to be done to manifest it. So consciously, you don't even have to control to ensure that you're doing the right things. You don't need to discipline yourself. You don't need to force yourself. You don't need to fight the resistance, because the moment you start fighting the resistance, the moment you start to push yourself, you're fighting against the program. And eventually your subconscious program is going to win, and you will say, you know what? You'll start procrastinating. You'll start delaying. Fear will kick in, and all those things will happen. What is all of that? Your subconscious program is not aligned. Your self-concept is not aligned. That's what it is. That's what procrastination is. That's what fear is. That's what self-sabotage is, right? But when you become one, when you fuse with that desire by elevating your self-concept and really feeling the feeling and becoming a clear channel, that's when all the things that you're required to do, you would do it without even using your conscious mind, without even thinking, because you'll just follow the joy. You'll just do what gives you joy. And while you're feeling the most joyful, you'll be doing those inspired actions. And they will feel good in your body. They will feel good in your soul. You will feel aligned. And they will be with ease and flow. That is the action piece, right? If you ask your conscious mind right now, your thinking mind, how can I achieve that desire? Now, it is a big desire and probably doesn't know, and then we feel overwhelmed and we feel, oh my God, I don't know how to do it. It's so difficult, and then the whole manifestation thing goes out of the window. But the key is, the question is not, what do I need to do? The question is, who do I need to be? How do I need to see myself? What is my self-concept? And then when you become a clear channel, when there is no resistance, when there are no blocks, you start to conceive that image. You start to impregnate your mind with that image. You become a vessel for it to come to the world. And that's when you become a magnet to attract whatever is required for it to manifest. That means it's not your headache. The how is not your headache. Everything will come at the perfect timings. Like I see this all the time, that with my clients, that this happened and everything happened at a perfect time. And one of my clients in the morning, she was using this phrase that it dropped from the heaven. And I said, yeah, that's what it looks like, that it dropped from the heaven, because you become a clear channel and it comes to your lap at the right time. And you are inspired and you are driven and you're fired up to do the actions which are right things to do. So when I didn't do the self-concept work and I really wanted people to teach manifestation, I really wanted to help people, I was scared to go live and talk about things, because my old program was saying, who do you think you are? You're not good at this. You have this, you have this, you have this problem, this, you're not good enough. And when I became one with that vision, I can't stop myself. It gives me so much joy. It makes me so happy. So the key is the biggest question in manifestation is, who do I need to be? And the easier part is that you don't need to be anybody else. You need to be more of yourself. You need to be who you really are. That means it's about changing the way you see yourself. It's about shifting the blocks. And it's about becoming aware of the patterns, the programs, the ideas that we have been holding on to for decades and decades. And they're getting in the way. And once you become more of yourself, who you really are, and meet the real you, you are the vibrational match for that vision anyway. And that vision actually came to help you become who you really are. And you know what is the biggest freedom in life? The biggest freedom in life is not money. I used to think it's money. I used to think it's about being able to spend whatever you want, whenever you want, and do whatever you want. You know what is even bigger and deeper? To truly be yourself, to do what your heart desires, to really follow your soul path, your soul plan. That is what we're all craving for. We are craving for to meet real us, who we really are. And this is what this manifestation is about. It's about becoming us. It's about reclaiming how we were born, who we were born as, and who we really are. So I hope that was helpful. I hope I addressed the action piece. If you have any questions or anything I wasn't clear about, please drop in the comments and I will answer them. I would love to finish it with a quote, that we are not scared of our fears or what is less in us. We are scared to really meet the real us, who is way more powerful. We are scared of our light because it is way more dazzling and beautiful. And you know what? You have whatever it takes. You are already that version of you. All we need to do is we need to see yourself differently. And that is the effortless way. Just changing the way you see yourself.